Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's not just Regit. Well, it is. Okay, I'm sorry if that made you excited that there was someone else here. No, it's just me and my desk. But this video that stretches out before you, I have found, will match very closely with another one that you've seen, in ideology at least, and I am really glad for that. I am talking about the fact that I have recently watched Chawsy's video on the Shakurel Collab, and I mean, in my opinion, it's one of his best. I'd highly recommend it. His channel's as dead as mine, so we need all the support we can get. But apart from just that, within the video, he explored getting some Shakurel units for himself, and discovered a bit of an issue.
Hold on a sec, what?
So I said in the first video, quite plainly, not buying this, don't particularly like the idea that it's pay to collect, and I think the gacha system is a much better way of doing that. You can still encourage people to buy cat food, and yes, this is technically buying cat food, but it's a monopoly. It's the only way of getting these units, and that didn't sit right with me. But when I was in a stream, I got a couple of donations. Not enough when YouTube's taken their huge cut to be able to actually afford one of these units, but I really appreciated the sentiment of trying to get me to get one of them, and I thought, well, okay, I will. But when I investigated it, I was in for a rather nasty surprise. So I was going to purchase Shakurel Lion, 300 cat food and US dollars $7.99. We look upon the Shakurel Lion and attempt to buy it. But quite worryingly, it says that the price, advertised as $7.99, is now £7.99. And this is something I was very glad to see that Chawsy noticed as well. This is, quite plainly, not okay. I actually have enough money on my Apple ID account to be able to get Shakurel Lion at the correct exchange rate price on my beginner account. But not at this price, overcharging you just because you're from Britain. So after a lot of searching, I found this graph here that tells you in the 5 years that Battle Cats has existed, and by the way, I'm fairly sure all the years before that as well, $1 has never been equal to £1. Pounds have always been worth more, even now where random people in suits are deciding arbitrarily that the pound is worth less, it's still not worth so little that it's equal to $1. In fact, we slope down the pound to 2019, and we find that even at its lowest point, it has not hit this red line of $1.15. In fact, go back a few years, it was around $1.5 to the pound. So basically, I am not willing to accept this because this is more. I endeavoured to work out what it actually should cost, given the current value of the pound where I looked it up on one website. The completely arbitrary, silly nature of currency trading means that it's all sorts of different answers wherever you go, but roughly about $1.23 at the moment. That puts the actual price of Shakurel Lion and 300 cat food in Great British pounds at around £6.50, not £7.99. And actually, I thought about how Ponos might fix this situation, and you know, if you're watching Ponos, firstly, thank you, secondly, please do fix this, because it's been a problem before. It might be difficult for the game to keep up with constant changes in currency amounts, and to be fair, I wouldn't want it to, because currency markets are silly. So let's take, say, an average over the time that Battle Cats has been around these 5 years. That puts the worth of pound to dollar as a pound being worth around $1.36. Input that into the price of $7.99, and actually, through an averaged sense, this should not cost £7.99, but actually £5.88. Given as a percentage difference of the overall price is quite a lot. That is quite a long preamble, but I think important point to be able to say, no, we're not buying any of them, but let's give another go to the level, because chins are free in this sense and still very funny. We return to the jaws of nature, this time being able to reveal my bullet train maglev. Immediately, the Doge with huge chin is destroyed, but what about the tiger? Oh, that too. Norwin Bones. Off you go, bullet train cat, activate that. That's going to get another shot. Kill off my favourite chin unit, Gory, who is just honestly an absolute gem. And that's Gnawing Bones done. Chomping trees, you know the drill. Train, Manic Lion. It'll be interesting to see how it copes against the panda, giving it a little bit of damage to allow a knockback attack like that. So that worked in Maglev's favour for a little while. Unfortunately, panda's a little bit too strong, and actually at this point I might find that I'm sort of struggling with the sort of material farming strat we got there. But we've got an Abrahama. Can that put rest to the panda? Of course it can. We're on the base and hopefully that's still quick enough. Definitely. Munching rocks, so go, go, go. Ah, this be the one with the face and the chin. Right, well, let's sort you out. Pick off that Gory and then go for an Abrahama. Gonna hit the Doge, unfortunately, and doesn't die. Okay, good. Not too strong a face. And, oh, well, he bites back. And not so swiftly dealt with, but I would assume quickly enough. On to the final level of 2-star. This is certainly going to be an interesting one with this slot. I've sort of made the decision, so I'm going to have to go with it. Let's try and build stuff up before we go to the base then. Unusual in a timed environment, I will concede, but if we have more stuff together, hopefully we can deal with it all more efficiently and not have things just gradually picked off. So, boss wave, face, and the Shakurel units as well. Well, that's a load of death. Bahamut just avoids a face's attack. Tropical Khaleesa in. Panda causing a bit of trouble. Hopefully not so much trouble that Bahamut loses his life to it. Okay, good. First panda gone. Second panda in residence. Nice backline attack from the bathtub cats. And, okay, here's where we get plenty more stuff. They fall away there, as are most of the units, except for the panda, which seems markedly stronger than anything else that goes before it. But that one's gone as well. Another bullet train cat. Another pretty much anything when I can have it, except for like reindeer fish cat. That will be the order of the day. And that is panda gone. Not another one yet. Tropical Khaleesa comes off recharge time just as the other one perishes. The face perishes. The Shakurel lion. Slow it so it can't move forward. We're half on the base. We're mostly on the base. And that is it. Of course, not all is lost with this collab in terms of units. There is a welcome log-on stamp victory to be had. And I tapped exactly onto it somehow. Shakurel cat. With extinction looming, this cat will survive by evolving a mightier jaw. Though nowhere near as mighty as Gory's. His is by far and will probably remain the best. But it's easy, cheap upgrades and 33 user rank. If ever I needed to get another strange gift of 3 cat fruit, I'm closer to it. Something which I immediately find interesting is the fact that this is a 120 monies meat shield for the first time in forever, I assume, in between 75 and 150. I mean, tiny detail, right? And a much bigger chin than the size of the detail, but I just find that really interesting. Gnawing Bones. Let's send a bullet train off and then supplement it with meat shields this time. Oh, wow. And a D'Arcton Yan, which is not any kind of slight on Chawsey at all. He's a good boy, and I realise now that putting D'Arcton Yan in my strat might have been a bit of a poor decision. Leadership in use then for a huge 1110 energy so that we can finally get this done. Definitely going to get a Zamboni at this time to try and match the power of the panda and keep us in place for a little bit longer. Very, very slow meat shields actually, but they look content. Very happy with their chinny chin lives, and I mean, I guess I don't blame them. They're just both still there. Both still going. And fighting talk face. Range out of nowhere. Crikey. And as they approach the base, D'Arcton Yan with many chin meat shields around him. Can we succeed with a hole-in-one? Loads of the lesser Shakurel units, I guess you could say, are completely melting. Panda though, staunch, stoic, and only now dead, even despite the huge damage we're putting off on it. But actually, we've been managing to clip the base even from here, and even now, down to 69,000 health, down to 50,000 3,000 health. Oh, if we can stay exactly here and keep doing that same thing, that is going to be the cheekiest... Oh, you're joking. No, run forward. Run forward, my son. No! Oh, the heartbreak. No, we've done it. There we go. Cheeky clip. Lovely. 3-star victory, and that is all of them complete. I guess a 4-star would be a great thing to add for if it comes round again. And if it comes round again, maybe a gacha set, maybe other levels. I certainly like the design of these, and that brings me on to my concluding statements, because I originally suggested that it could perhaps become my second favourite collab. Looking back on it, I don't know why I said that. I think I was really over-enthralled by the chins. It's definitely not true that it's up there. I love the design of the units, but actually almost everything else about the collab I don't like, and I share Chawsy's worry that this is a direction Ponos think might be a good direction to go in. If you're listening, please, it's not. Don't make people pay for exclusive units. Perhaps give them a reason with cat food sales and the like to buy cat food to be more likely to get these units, but not exclusively, because I'm sure that will put some people off. It will certainly put me off. And please also sort out your currency conversion. I don't think us getting swindled because we're British is so great. There is, however, more joy to be got because there are missions of this collab, and I guess at least that's something nice to have attached to missions. We've done 15 Shakurel planets, we've upgraded our Shakurel unit, gets us 10 cat food and 2 cat tickets, which is fine. I think the joy of completing the missions was perhaps worth more than that, but that's done, the collab's done, and it's been reasonably good fun. As long as this direction is sort of chalked up as a mistake, charging people for it in this way and charging so inconsistently, because I've heard this happens to people in other currencies as well, has not done the collab any good at all. But the rest of it, the chins, has been great fun, and it's been very amusing. And very amusing is what I hope perhaps you found this video. In a wider sense, I hope that you've derived some form of enjoyment from me, and that is the note on which I will say to you that I bid you goodbye, and I hope you enjoyed.